Hello, welcome back to That's Craftable. Today I have 3 DIYs for you, and starting with the first one, I have a Kirkland'sDupe that I'm doing. And I just started from this base that I got from Dollar Tree, from the Harvest and Fall section, and some craft sticks. So I'm just doing some truffle and a little bit of black mixed in to create a little bit of a darker brown that I wanted. And I'm going to entirely paint the base. And I always cut up a sponge and dab on my paint with things like this. It seems like it works better to me. But you know, whatever you want to paint yours, or whatever you would like to use for your base, really. You don't even have to use this. Use anything that works for you. And then just take your craft sticks and cut them all down to about the same length. And I painted mine with Waverly Ivory paint, but of course you can choose any paint you like. And just gave them all a paint job, and I can't remember exactly how many I used, but in a minute I'll show you that I just kind of put them up on the base and make up my mind how many I needed then. So right now I'm just kind of painting a bunch of them. And to make the side of the pumpkin, I just kind of made like a little shape like I'm showing you here. I made 2 of those, and you'll see where those go in the end. Like, see, like on one on each side, and it kind of creates like a pumpkin shape. And it looks like I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight pieces, and maybe 2 of like the curved looking pieces of the pumpkin. And so that left me with a little bit too many painted in ivory, so I went back over them with truffle, and I'm going to use those back behind the craft sticks to like hold them together. And that's what's going to hold them, you know, together onto each other. And then I used what was left on my paintbrush and just kind of dry brushed over the, you know, the ivory to create like a distressing, you know, just easy, simple DIY. This nothing, you know, crazy and hard to do. And actually I've seen several other YouTubers already dupe the same Kirkland's DIY, and I'll show you a picture of that at the end of this DIY. They have these on their website for like $60 something, and I mean, you can literally make this for $1 or $2. I mean, it's very simple, very easy. If you don't have craft sticks in your stash or this exact base, just use a random piece of wood or whatever you have that fits this shape. And they sell these nice little letters, listen to me, nice little, you know, harvest, and I can't remember what the other ones say, thankful and welcome cutouts right now at Dollar Tree. You get 3 for $1. Just, you know, put that on in any way that looks good to you. I liked mine at an angle, so that's what I did. And you can decorate it any way you like. I went with the sunflower, obviously. But here's the Kirkland's one. They had some different flowers, and they put little curlicues on theirs. You know, just decorate it the way you like. But I had went to my local Lowe's, and my local Lowe's has like a bin out front that they put a bunch of like scrap wood pieces, and actually a bunch of trash too, like cardboard, all kinds of things like that. And they let you go out there and just kind of go through it and pick what you want. It's just a small bin. And when they have like uneven cut pieces like this, or scrap pieces that is no good for them to sell, they throw it out there. So as soon as I seen these little wood pieces, I was like, yep, I could definitely make little pumpkins for fall out of that. So I took 3 of them and put them in my stash. And this is nothing new either, actually. These are all over Pinterest, and you could literally paint these any way you wanted. But I wanted mine dark orange, so I took those 3 colors and mixed together that you saw. And then I dry brushed over with some ivory. I used those little Dollar Tree wood pieces as my stems. And I think I had some leaves from a sunflower that I used as my leaves. And I have a DIY coming up in another video where I used the little wooden pumpkins from Dollar Tree with the burlap on them. And these are the bows off of that, actually. I just put those on there, and there you go. You got some little wooden pumpkins that didn't cost you anything but some paint and some, you know, leftover stuff that you already have in your stash. They're so rustic and so cute and adorable, and I love them. So DIY number 3, I have this tray that I've had for, oh gosh, a while. So I wanted to do something with it. And it's funny because I actually was going in a whole different direction with this. But I took it outside and spray painted it. And then I just took those same craft sticks from earlier and cut them into, just random lengths. Just random. There's no exactness to this. I'm just randomly cutting them. And when I had enough to fill up the whole tray, I glued them down. I just used hot glue. I'm not, putting anything heavy or anything on this. And at this time that I was gluing these down, I was actually thinking of making this into a wall hanging, like with beads, and I was going to put words on it and everything, but I actually wound up using it as a tray because I liked it as a tray. So I went over the pieces of wood with antique wax, and I do go up the sides and everything, but actually it's not necessary if you make this the way I made it, because I actually wound up covering all that with rope. So you don't have to waste your wax going up the sides if you don't want to. But I missed the footage, I apologize, of me dry brushing over with some ivory, but I just took what was left on my brush. I think I was doing something else at the time, and I just kind of dry brushed over with the ivory paint. And I love this soft white rope that you get from Dollar Tree. I hope that you guys have had a chance. This just now, in the last 2 weeks, showed up at my Dollar Tree. It was really hard to find for me, and I was so happy, and I finally see what everybody's talking about. It is so soft and so... Oh, I just love it. I want to do like 150 DIYs. I just love the color. I love the softness of it. It's so pretty. So, like I said, I was originally going to use this as a wall hanging, and I had made this little leaf, and I attached it to some beads. So, in a minute, you're going to see that they were on beads, but I actually don't wind up using the beads. But I just covered this little leaf, the little wooden leaf, with some ivory and some truffle paint. And see, it was on the beads. Like I said, I was planning on doing something different. But, I'm a woman and I can change my mind. That's okay. So then I've just rubbed on with the rub-on letters transfers that you get from Dollar Tree. Rubbed on the fall. And I actually wound up using a Sharpie to write out high. And now I have this sitting on my coffee table just like that. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and please subscribe.